Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's team call. It is Monday, February 25th. We have 3 more days of the month, I believe. And we're going to be talking about consistency plus do like a little power hour at the end. Tonight's going to be a short call, but I just kind of want to go through this because I've been noticing this a little bit on our team, and I just wanted to kind of nip it in the butt and kind of go from there. So just some recognition really quick. We have Ashley at 12. You go, girl. This is her second month as a coach and second month in Success Club. So next month, if she gets Success Club, she gets a free ticket to Summit, which I'm super excited for. We have myself at 10. We have Brooke at 4, Rebecca at 2, Rochelle at 2, and Miranda at 2. Super awesome job, ladies. We have 3 more days to kind of close off this month strong, and we're going to go from there. And I'm so excited. I know March is going to be huge because the Portion Fix is coming out in March, and that's going to be freaking amazing. If you guys haven't already, I'm going to go through this in a second, but if you haven't already watched Alexis's call, I posted in the team page about the Portion Fix and everything you need to know about it. Please go watch that. It's super informative, and it's everything you need to know about this program. And I also created a file in a team page for all the scripts that Alexis also created. She's been so great, and she's been just providing all this content for us to use. So if you haven't checked all that out, please go do so and use it because it's there for you, and we want to help you with this program because it's going to be a huge launch. So if you haven't been talking about it already, start talking about it and check out all the files about it. So as you guys know, the Transform 20 VIP Early Access, the sale is going on until the end of February. So if you have anyone that's been interested, make sure you let them know. They have 3 more days until that it will no longer be on promotion, and they'll have to pay full price for it. Also, the coaching sneak peek starts tomorrow. So if you have anyone that's interested in coaching, anyone at all that you've been talking to that might even express a little bit of interest about coaching, invite them to the sneak peek. The link is in the team page. There's also a sample invite in there, and if you guys need any help whatsoever, please let me know. I'm more than happy to, but just make sure you invite them, you add them as a friend on Facebook, or if you're already on Facebook, and then you add them to the group. Pretty much this group will be doing all the work for you. We will be explaining exactly what coaching is, how you do it, how you earn a side income, and answer any objections. And then there's going to be a little webinar at the end where we just talk about what it is to be a coach and a day in the life of a coach, and how there's different forms of it. Some people do it as a hobby, part-time, full-time. So make sure if you have anyone that's interested in it, definitely get them into that group because it's going to be awesome. Also, we have all these Success Club prizes that they're doing this year. You guys already know this month is a Team Beachbody Tanker t-shirt. Some of you already got it. I know I got my tank, and it's super cute. And then there's the Beachbody Opoly game if you hit it 3 months in a row, the branded backpack 6 months in a row, a branded sweatshirt 9 months in a row, and a branded roller bag 12 months in a row. So super exciting prizes to go for. Also, you guys know that the Fruit Punch Energize launched February 19th. Did anyone get that? If so, that's awesome. I'm super excited. I've heard it's amazing for those of you who got it already. They're like, oh my God, it's such a good flavor. So I'm really happy about that. Also, there's the Morning Meltdown Pilot Test Group. The Morning Meltdown is a brand new program by Jericho McMatthews that's coming out later on this year, and you can earn a spot in the pilot test group. There's some requirements, and you can see what they are at FAQ 8307. Also, this is what I was just talking about. If you haven't already looked into the Portion Fix, it's coming out March 4th, guys. That's next week. So if you haven't been talking about it already, start talking about it. You can even throw a little things into your Instagram stories. You don't have to talk about the Portion Fix directly, but you can ask polls oh, do you have problems portioning out your meals, or do you overeat, or something along those lines, kind of just priming your audience for this big launch. Because honestly, guys, weight loss and everything to do with this fitness and nutrition and wellness, 80% of your results comes from your nutrition. And honestly, Autumn does such a great job in this program. She talks about all the emotional reasons why we might overeat, and just kind of really hits the nail on the head with some things that we might not want to face ourselves. So I'm really excited. There's 30 new videos coming out, and she just explains everything so well and just covers all the topics you can think about. And Alexis goes through that in her video explaining everything there is to know about it. So definitely check that out. Okay. So I kind of wanted to open up the floor, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about why you might struggle with consistency in this business. As you guys know, being in a business that's kind of run through social media, you have to be consistent in order to see success. Like, that's just like, I mean, one of the first things you learn as a coach or anyone running a social media run business is you have to be consistent. You have to be showing up, because if you're not being consistent, people aren't going to trust you. Like, they're going to be like, oh, well, she did her workout one day, but then she like skipped a week and now she's back. Like, why would they trust you to be their coach if you can't hold yourself accountable? So, and I know accountability is hard, believe me, I get it. We all have really super busy lives, but being consistent is what's going to help you be successful in this business. And I don't mean being consistent for like 2 days straight and then falling off for 5 days. I mean being consistent every single day. So I know in the beginning I was a grad student and working 3 jobs, and I remember it being super hard for me to be consistent because I just had such a busy schedule. But I remember one of my jobs, I was a lifeguard, so I had half an hour on the stand, half an hour off the stand. So when I was off the stand, that's when I was doing my business. So there's so many different ways that you could fit this business into your time, and like, it's flexible. You can really do it from anywhere. So I kind of want to hear from you guys. Why do you struggle? If you do struggle, why do you struggle with consistency? And I just want to go through, hold on, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen really quick, just so I can see all y'all. So does anyone want to share maybe like why they might struggle with consistency, or even if it's just like a mental block, or you know, it might just be a scheduling kind of issue, whatever it is. Does anyone want to share like why they might struggle with consistency? Yeah, Miranda.
Oh, I had to unmute myself. So I've really been thinking about this because it's been driving me crazy for the last couple of days because I haven't been consistent. I think a lot of it is like, I listened to the National Wake Up Call this morning, and I feel like I'm doing everything that everybody else is doing, even though it's everything I want to be doing, but I'm not like standing out, and I'm getting bored with myself. Like, seriously, I don't have anything to post, and I'm like, I am boring myself. I am damn well not going to bore everybody else. Like, it's not something I want to do. So I tried to go off of the calendar that Alexis posted at the very beginning of February and like put those ideas into place. But then I was like searching for those ideas and I didn't have them or something. So then I was like, okay, I'm done. And then, so it's more of me just getting frustrated with myself that I'm setting these big goals and I'm not getting to them because my time management is still being worked on, you know, and I just feel like I'm working on so many different things that I'm just not focusing on myself. Like, I've been helping, you know, run virtual gyms, and I'm helping run the free group with Whitney and Amber. And I love that. Like, that's where I love doing that, because then I'm not center of attention. So I'm helping them. So I know that's something that I'm really struggling with, and not, because I've said it before, I don't like people looking at me. So I have a really hard time with that.
Right. And honestly, like, I remember feeling that way too in the beginning. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know what else to post, you know, like, I don't know what to, like, I've done all this stuff. And you're right. Sometimes you get to the point where you're like, like, if I'm boring myself, everyone else is probably bored, you know? So that's when it's time to kind of just take a step back and think about what your interests are. And like I said, and I've said this numerous times, like, for your social media account, it doesn't have to be Beachbody related. Like, it could be just something that interests you. So for example, something that really interests me is like outdoorsy stuff. Today on my way to work, I listened, guys are gonna laugh at me, but I'm a total bird nerd and I love birds so much. And I listened to an entire podcast on birds and like about like just learning about birds. And like, this is so nerdy, but it could be something like, you can post something like that and you're gonna attract your tribe. Like, if I were to post something about birds right now, I can assure you that if I use the right hashtags and everything, people would come to me and just follow me just for the bird stuff. So don't feel like you have to you know, do it all about health and wellness. It can be just something that's interesting to you, and it'll make you stand out. Because like for example, if I talked about birds today, what other Beachbody coach do you know that's going to go on their Instagram and start posting about birds? So it'll make you stand out. Just like talk about what you like. You know what I mean? Was that kind of helpful? I know what you mean though. I've definitely been to the point where I'm like, I don't know what else to post. Like I've posted it all, you know?
Yeah. And it does help. And I think that the other thing is I feel so fucking sorry. I feel so random that I am just like, this is not anything anybody knows about me. And I don't even feel like I'm scared to post things because I'm over the fact of what people think. I get scared to post things because I'm like, this is not even like something relatable or, you know, like not what people think. It's more of just what I feel like I want to say. I don't have the not perfect words. I don't have the right words to say because I've always said I don't know how to write to get my message across.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a pretty like, this is what I want to say and that's the end of it. Like details are not something I put out there. I just say this is why. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But anyways,
and something too that could help you, there's lots of YouTube videos that like kind of tell you how to formulate a post. I know Alexis has a bunch, and you can go to YouTube and just be like, hey, like, you know, especially if you struggle with writing and like kind of flowing your post to a certain direction, like you can look up YouTube videos and there's some in the team page too that'll help you kind of like formulate everything that you want to say. And I found that really helpful too because I'm a scientist, right? So like it's ABC. Like I just say what I got to say. I don't get too into it. But like I've gone through those trainings and kind of taught me how to like bring in the story, you know, have an end goal and just like all that stuff. So I feel like maybe something like that might really help you too when it comes to like posting as well.
So what are those called? Because I did look up like scripts for like inviting and stuff, but do you know what it's called in the group? Is it just formulating?
I'd have to look up I'm going to write a note to myself to send you some videos. I'll just send.
Well, and I can look too. I was just wondering if on the thing, if there's one word that I can like search up that says.
I'd probably say creating your story or like social media.
Okay. I'll look. I'm
sorry. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but there definitely are some because I've like been on those calls. Whitney, I just saw you said I'm struggling because I have to chat because I'm at my kids' gymnastics class. I have so much stuff on my plate. My husband is unexpectedly out of town all the time, so I don't know how to fit it all. I'm frustrated. I have my other kid working on homework. I said yes to things to support my husband being here, but the plan was that he would be there. So yeah, that's super hard, especially like I don't have kids, guys. So I know that having kids like throws a monkey wrench into everything because like something can happen at the last second and just like pulls you away. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it's like. That's like, I'm going to get there and I will know what that's like. But honestly, I find that moms that are super busy, they get the most done first thing in the morning before their kids wake up. That is like your golden hour because like nothing is going to distract you. And I even find that in my day too. Like I don't have kids or anything like that, but I find that my first hour of my day is my most productive hour. And then like all of a sudden I'm like gone, you know, like I have other things to do. So if you find that you're struggling with like time management, being consistent, and we're going to talk about this in a second, pick the most important things in your to-do list and do those first thing in the morning. So that way you don't have any excuse, like you did them already. You know, you don't feel like you have a million things going on in your brain for the rest of the day. I find that the things that I dread most, I try to do first thing in the morning. And I hope that helps too because, and I know it's hard too, it's like your husband being away and just having the kids schedule and like you're working, you're running around with the kids. So I find that just like first thing in the morning, that's like your golden time. I hope, and I know it's hard, especially for people that are not morning people, but once you get into a habit, it definitely makes a difference. And then I saw Marissa said, totally random, but can we all drop our Instagrams? Oh, good. You guys are great. Awesome. You all put yours there. Using the morning too. I'm just such a perfectionist. I don't think I'm doing that. Oh, okay. And that's another thing too. don't strive for perfection, just do something. Like, I remember I used to be the same way. Like, oh, well, if I can't get it all done, I might as well, like, not even start. I used to think that, and I still do sometimes, honestly. And it's just start. Because then when you start and you start with something, then you're like, okay, you can just pick up right where you left off. And maybe you won't finish it in that hour, and that's okay, but you started. And then every time you come back to it, you can do a little more. Like, even for that project, that holistic health hub thing that I'm doing with Lauren, like, we created all those PDFs, and I just wanted to sit down and knock those out all together, but I could not find a big enough chunk of time to do that. And I actually stopped me from starting a couple times, because I was like, well, I just want to finish it all if I'm going to sit down and do this, because it's a huge project. But I ended up having to start 2 weeks in advance and maybe do one PDF and then do another here, another there, but it all got done. So, and if I would have never started, we would have never run or started the health group in time. So I just start, and just honestly, what I do too is I have this little, it's like a little weekly calendar. It has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And if I know I have a big project, I will put in 1 PDF on Monday, 2 PDFs on Tuesday, and schedule it into my day. So I find having a weekly tracker like this really helps, because I remember I used to put everything on one day and get pissed at myself if I couldn't finish it. But then I just started separating things out, and I got so much more done because I actually started them because I knew I would be able to finish them. I separated it out. Yes, Barbara, exactly. Progress, not perfection. And believe me, I'm like that too. I know a lot of us on the team are type A and just want to do everything correctly, but fail forward, learn from your mistakes, start, and just go from there. And I promise you, see more progress doing it that way than waiting for the perfect time. And making to-do lists too. I literally have this is my ongoing to-do list. It's all pretty much full. I have to get a new notepad because I just keep writing crap down. Okay. So does anyone have anything else they want to share? Maybe why they're struggling with consistency or something along those lines? If not, I'm going to kind of get into tips to help you with consistency. Is everyone good?
Yeah, I'll share really quick. So I think that's so weird that this came up today, because I was literally just talking about this with my friend here, and I was like, I feel like I don't know what to post. And then I just gave her my phone. I was like, will you take a picture of me? And we were going in the pool, and I was like, here, just take a picture of me. And then I just was like, I'm just going to post it. I don't know. So I totally get it. Sometimes I just feel like I have to just do it, and then I don't know, just think of a caption. And today it was so random. If you look at my post, I was like, what hairstyles do you guys like? I don't know, but then people comment and engage, and now I have a bunch of conversations to have later. So exactly. Just wanted to say I relate.
Yeah, I mean, we all, even today, I literally came home and I was like, Brian, what should I post tonight? he was like, I don't know, you made some really good cookies the other day. I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? It happens to all of us, no matter how long we've been in this business. So it's so true. And sometimes what Alexis told me recently is look at your social media as a diary. You don't have to be perfect every time. Just share what your day was like. Share if something great happened. Share if something crappy happened. It doesn't have to be. And Marissa, I really like that you took the picture today and posted with it, because it's current. It happened today. And that's all you now I want to go share my bird stuff because it happened today and it was really interesting to me. Did you guys know that ducks or waterfowl have salt glands in their head? Because usually we have kidneys to kind of help us with salt stuff, but ducks have them in their head. And I thought that was the most. And there's this other, okay, one thing after this call, look up a horned screamer. It's a bird, and it has a unicorn horn on it, and then they use it to fight with other males. And I'm sorry, I'm done because I just love birds so much. One tip that Jen gave me was find 7 things that I like, or yes, exactly, that explain me, which really helped. That's what I'm saying. You guys, doesn't have to be health and fitness related. Just something that you like. And you could talk about your kids. You could talk about your dog. You could talk about, I really love to go spearfishing. Just things like that. It could be something, a cool recipe you found, some kind of cleaning product that's clean and doesn't have any chemicals in it. Anything like that. Okay, cool. Yes, it's a horn screamer. It's the weirdest effing thing. Like, I don't know what that is, but it's amazing. Yeah, I know. It's so crazy and weird. But I learned something and I was like, whoa, so cool. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen again. It's gonna like pull up my like bird Pinterest. Okay. So just some tips with consistency. So guys, I know how hard this business can be, especially when you're running a busy schedule. Believe me, I know. But during those times where you're like, oh God, I really just don't want to do this, or I don't have time to do this, you have to remember your why and stay connected to that while you're doing these things. Because if you lose sight of your why, you're just going to be going through the motions and it's not going to be fun anymore. It's going to feel like just like a humdrum routine that you're just doing to check things off the list. So, but if you're visualizing what you want and you're creating a dream board and you're visual and you know what you want and you know your why, it's going to make everything seem effortless. You're going to want to show up every day because you want whatever it is that you want for your future so bad that you are willing to show up every day. And it's going to make things more fun because you know you're like working towards something that's like super, super exciting. Like, for example, this is kind of like not specific to the, well, kind of, I know I really want my eyebrows microbladed, and I told myself if I finished Transform 20 on time with everyone else, I would treat myself to getting my eyebrows microbladed. And you know what? When I didn't want to work out, I just thought, well, you know what, Danielle, you better work out because you want your eyebrows microbladed and you won't get them done unless you finish this workout. And that like really helped me. And like just like things like that. And you can think about things with the business, like visualize the car you want, the house you want, what you want to provide to your kids, where you want to travel. Like visualize everything you want for your future when you're having those days where it's just like, oh, I don't want to do this. And I promise you, you will show up. Also, this is something else that I feel maybe really relates to the perfectionists in the group. Do not make a generalized plan to just be more consistent. So we all want to be more consistent, but you have to pick and choose your battles. Pick one thing to be more consistent with and focus on that. So say it's just showing up for your workout every day. Focus on that. If you're not being consistent with that, that's what you should be focusing on. And then from there, once you're good and you have a routine down and you know you're going to, like, I know every day at 8 o'clock, I'm going to work out and I'm good. But maybe I'm like not so good with my invites. All right, that's the next thing I'm going to work on. And I'm just going to go and build one step at a time. Don't try to go all in at once because when you do that, you are more likely to, miss a day or something like that and then just give it all up. So make sure you're kind of building. And that's how I built too. Like in the beginning, when I first started my business, I was reaching out to 3 new people a day. Now I probably reach out to between 30 and 40 new people a day. And I've just built it that way. And like, it's effortless to me now because I've been doing it for so long, but I built to get there. So just focus, pick and choose your battles, focus on the things that are business behaviors that you need to do to move your business forward. Focus on those things first, and then you can kind of add all the other things in afterwards. Another thing is create space in your schedule to work on your goals. You have to prioritize this business or else it will not happen because believe me, sometimes I just want to chill and watch Netflix, but I know I have goals and I have to prioritize those goals so that during that time that I could be watching Netflix, I'm going to be working on my business. And I'm not saying it's easy. Sometimes it's not easy, but I know what I want and I know where my goals are and I know what I need to do to get there. So honestly, I would much rather work on my business sometimes than watch a show on Netflix. That's going to get me nowhere in life. Might provide some light entertainment, but it's not going to get me where I want it. It's not going to help me towards my goals. Also, okay, this is something super important too. Improve your willpower and ignore your feelings. Today, guys, the perfect example today, I got home from work. It was like 7:30 and I didn't have a call made up or anything. And I was like, Bri, I don't wanna. Like I literally sat down and I was like, I don't wanna. And then he's like, well then don't. And I was like, heck no, of course I'm going to. Like, so that's what I'm saying. My willpower is so strong that I can ignore my feelings. And yeah, sometimes you're not going to want to show up and that's okay. That's going to happen over and over again. But your willpower has to be stronger than your feelings. Like I showed up I will show up every single day. I showed up every single day when I was working full time. I showed up every single day when I was working 3 jobs and in grad school. I showed up freaking on my wedding. I showed up on my honeymoon. I showed up while we're planning and getting a house. I'm showing up every single day. And granted, some days I do a lot more than other days, but I am still showing up for myself and for the business every single day. And you guys don't have to be like as crazy as me. I know I'm like freaking on 100 right now, but just doing something little every single day will create huge results. If you haven't listened or read the book The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy and you're struggling with consistency, that's definitely the book to read for you. Also, okay, this is something really important too. Another one for my perfectionists out there. Be realistic. Keep in mind, you won't always be 100% consistent. Be kind to yourself. It isn't about how many times you fail or fall, whatever, but it's how many times you get back up. So it's okay to fall off the bandwagon. I've done it. I'm sure every other coach has done it. And it's just, but we just keep getting up and trying again and getting back up and going for it again. So it's not about being 100% all the time. Like even, for example, yesterday, I wanted to send out 20 invites. I sent out 10. Okay, I made it up today. So it's like not about being 100% all the time. It's be kind to yourself, know what you're capable of, and show up as often as you can and as hard as you can. And I promise you guys will see results. So sorry, I'm like on a bit of a tangent tonight, and like I just want you guys to succeed so much, but I will be real with you and show you some tough love. If you're not consistent, you're not going to see success. And sometimes it might be prioritizing this business over something you might like want to do just to relax, but that's what it kind of takes to be successful with this business. And I'm not saying you have to spend hours and hours and hours a day. Just do the vitals, do what's on the business tracker. And it's broken down for you. And this is our next thing. It's broken down for you so you could see how long everything takes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 25, 15 minutes. So you can see 15 minutes. It's not going to take you hours and hours. It'll probably take you like, 20 minutes there, 10 minutes there, 15 minutes there throughout the day. So make sure and we did another call on this already, schedule time into your day for this business, and I promise you, you will be successful. So now we're just going to take a couple minutes, maybe like 10, 15 minutes to go through this tracker and do what we haven't done already today. You guys all following this tracker, yeah? Or like some kind of version of it. So let's just take some time now to do something we've been dreading doing. If you guys ever have to, and if you need a book to help you prioritize, the book Eat That Frog is a really good book about prioritization. I'm having a hard time with words tonight. But Eat That Frog is a really good book and will help you prioritize. It literally tells you to do what I kind of told you. Just do the hardest, most crappy thing first. Just get it done with, and you'll feel so good for the rest of the day and be able to focus on other things. Okay, I'm going to send out invites because that's what I'm struggling with this month or today. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, Miranda, that's another like type A thing. I do the same thing. So she said, so that's another thing I get held up on. I will do some of it, and then when I don't get to all of it, I throw it out. It's okay if you don't get to all of it. That's what I was just saying in the PowerPoint is you can't be 100 all the time. None of us can. That'd be so crazy. And if you get a couple things done, great, that's awesome. But make sure they're the most, I forgot what they're called, the most important things. Make sure it's the vital things that you get done, the vital behaviors that you get done first, and then kind of go from there. And just because you didn't check everything off, that's okay. There's no way that I could tell you that I check off everything on my to-do list every single day. It's just not possible. But give yourself grace, be realistic with your goals, and just do what you can and like keep building from there like I was talking about. All right, so let's do some invites. Do you guys want to listen to some music while we do this fun stuff? Or are you like, I like silence and I hate music, which is fine because I actually like silence too, and I never work out with music on and everyone thinks I'm crazy. I'd rather hear Shanti yelling at me than some sick beats.
All right, well, I'm going to jump off of here. We're going to go play a game, and then I'll finish up later.
Okay. No, I know. I was going to say, yeah, actually, if you wanted to go and hang out with the fam, that's totally fine. Now's the time. But thanks so much for hopping on and taking the time to – oh, wait, before you hop off, hold on. I'm going to stop my share, and we're just going to take a pic really quick.
Oh, right. We can't forget the picture.
Yeah. Got to get that pic. Okay. All right, ready? Also, guys, I did Insanity today after Transform 20, and I just freaking beasted it. Chauncey got me in such good shape with Transform 20. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, thanks, girl. Have fun with the fam.
Bye.
See ya. All right, can you guys see this again? You probably have it pulled up on your computer, but if you don't, I'm just gonna have it here. Does anyone else hear Brian singing? You guys hear this? I love country music, so we're gonna listen to a little bit of country. Sorry if y'all hate it. I love Florida Georgia Line. Oh, that was perfect.
My favorite is Zach Brown Band.
Yeah, that's another really good band
Zach
too.
Brown Band. And also, you should go to Stagecoach.
Where is it?
It's in Indigo, India, California. It's a little bit like near Palm Springs.
Mhm.
It's at the I think of the Polo Empire Polo Club. And I have gone so many times, and there's always amazing lineups, and it's just a weekend-long thing, and it's affordable because you can pay by like month for your ticket for the weekend, and the ticket for the weekend's like, I want to say like $300, but you can pay it by month if you're deciding to go, and it's always in April. And there's like a bunch of like Airbnbs that you can stay at for cheap out in Palm Springs or in Joshua Tree or all these other like random places. So it's definitely a must if you're a country lover, because I've gone, I want to say like to 5 or 6 different stagecoaches with different lineups, and it's seriously the best experience.
I've heard that like country concerts are just like so legit. We have one right down the street from us called Tortuga, and it's like the same thing. It's like a $300 3-day thing, and it's like all country singers, and it's just amazing. Have you seen Florida Georgia Line in concert? They're like so good. I could cry every time.
I saw them at Stagecoach, and the funny thing is I saw them at Stagecoach one year, and they were a day performance, so they weren't like big. Mm-hmm. The next year they were headlining, so that was really awesome to see because I went both years. Then I've seen almost every country artist perform because of Stagecoach and how many times I've gone.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah. Zach Brown Band's amazing though. Like they're amazing performers. There you go. Thank you. Performers, and they can do anything. So like it's not just country. They'll throw in some like rock and roll, like classic rock, and like bring like classic rock stars out on stage to do things with them, and it's really awesome. What?
John Mayer.
Oh yeah, John Mayer. He brought out John Mayer last time when we went. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing. Next time I'm in California, I'll plan it around that.
Yeah, I try to go as many times as I can. I've won tickets to Stagecoach 2 years in a row.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, so you can always win Stagecoach tickets if you listen to like the Southern California stations, and they're all like internet live stream. So you can like go on to like KHEY, which is our local station. It's a very small station, and you can do a commuter quiz in the morning and answer answer the question correctly, and you get stagecoach passes.
What?
Yeah. And that's how I won the first time.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So if you want to listen to Kay Hay, like a internet stream, when I'll let you know when they're doing stagecoach tickets. I think they're going to start doing them in March again. That's when they do like their major winning streak is in March, and they do it like every single day, stagecoach tickets.
Yeah, let me
So.
know. Maybe just like tune in just to like answer some
Yeah.
questions. Be like, hey,
Yeah, just do that. Because then you can find really cheap flights from Florida to California. I've done that before, like where you can find flights like $250 maybe round trip or $400 round trip, maybe less than that. Like I know my friend Jackie, she goes to Florida all the time because she's a season pass holder for Disneyland, and she goes to Walt Disney World all the time. So she can find like cheap flights like that. I have no idea how she does it.
Well, let me know how she does it, because California is a hike, but sometimes you get lucky with the flights, you know?
Yeah. I think when I went to Florida for Walt Disney World with her, we spent like I think $400 round trip, which
That's
is
usually
kind of
right.
it's kind of pricey, but it was worth it, obviously.
Yeah. Disney is amazing, and Florida is, I mean, hot.
Yeah. But I'll let you know. March is when they're going to do their major thing, and it's the commuter quiz in the morning, and then in the afternoon, his name is Chris Cox. He does just like a call in, like, oh, hey, call in now. And if you're caller number 10, you can win tickets.
Yeah, definitely. If you could even send me the link to the
Yeah.
like the where they stream it online.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can send that to you.
Thank you so much.
Hmm.
I love meeting other country fans. Some people don't get us, but
No, it's funny because that's the only thing I have in my car every time, and I'm like, "Are you a country lover?" Well, too bad, because I'm gonna listen to it because it's just like always on. But most people in Southern California, like most of my friends, are all country lovers, obviously, because that's why they're my friends. I mean, we connect on that level of like going to country concerts and just like having a good time. So
it's such a feel good genre of music, you know?
But
And
it's just unfortunate with how much loss has been happening in the country family. Like it all inside, the Las Vegas thing that happened, and then the Route 90, or that was Las Vegas, and then the borderline shootings, which
I literally live under a rock, so all current events I like don't know about.
Yeah, the country lovers, like the country fans, have been hit hard. Route 91 was in Vegas a little over a year ago, and there was a huge shooting there. A lot of people got hurt, a lot of lives lost, and then Borderline just happened in November, like literally the weekend after we got married. Borderline happened, and that's literally like 20 minutes away from me, and I used to go there all the time. It's a country line dancing bar. So yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah.
Well, it's
sorry to like go from high to like a complete low, but it hurts my heart because like country lovers are such like a close knit family, and to have them get hit that hard twice with shootings in like a year, that's just heartbreaking.
I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of line dancing places around us too.
I love going to line dancing bars. They're so much fun.
I have to go more often. I've never been, but I've heard it's really fun.
It's a lot of fun. People will dance with you just to dance with you. Like you don't have to worry about, like if you go to a club, you have to worry about people trying to hit on you. At a country club where you're line dancing, they literally just want to dance with you, and they will teach you the dances. It's really awesome. I've danced with a lot of like older men, like old, like really like gentlemen kind of older men.
What?
Yeah.
What?
But my husband. And like they just like want to teach me the dance, and they just want to dance with me, and like that's it. And then like after you're done dancing, they say thank you, and then they're off. They don't try anything at all. So
nice not to worry.
Yeah, it's definitely a safe place for me because I love dancing, but I want to be able to trust people who I'm dancing with.
I don't blame you. I don't like guys get weird.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see something really quick. I saw there's 2 people in the chat. Gymnastics is over and didn't need to happen. Thanks, Danielle. I'm cutting out. My husband's getting home from a long day. All right, awesome, guys. I am going to go as well. I just finished all my invites. Okay, awesome. Does anyone have any questions about anything? Do you feel like a little better with the consistency chat? Not that it's chat, it's legit. But you guys know what I mean. All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for hopping on, guys, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your evening. And I'm trying to think. Don't forget to invite to the sneak peek tomorrow. Add your people. The link's in the team page. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Bye.